Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei Gets Cheated and Got Married to Irina Part 4. Before we start, please go support Takahashi999 for writing that awesome fanfic. Now let's begin. Chapter 13. Trip to Kyoto Part 2. Ari. Sister, what happened? Why are you fighting with these people? Who knew? Ever since mother went missing I followed her scent here, but then I thought these people had kidnapped her. I was worried sick. She sighed softly. Ari. I understand your fear, Kunu, but jumping to conclusions doesn't help. Accusations can create misunderstandings. Kunu. I'm sorry, sister. I should have been more patient and communicated with you first. Ari, it's alright, Kunu. We'll find a way to resolve this. But we must work together and avoid unnecessary conflicts. Ari approached Issei, her eyes sharp. Ari. You. I need to know who you are and what your true intentions are here in Kyoto. You seem to have a strong presence and powers I can't ignore. Issei. I understand your concern. My name is Issei Haidu, and I'm a member of the Loyal Guardians of Eternity. We're here on a diplomatic mission to establish ties with the Yokai faction and maintain the peace between our worlds. He said, showcasing the badge. Same with Modred. Modred. So you and your people should stop being so hostile. Geez. Issei. Sorry, she's normally like that, just ignore her. Ari gazed at the badge before using her magic to scan it. Ari. It's really genuine. Ari. Issei, now that we have a better understanding of your role, I must say it's a pleasure to have you here as a diplomat. Issei, thank you, Ari. I appreciate your understanding. We're here with a genuine desire to build bridges between our worlds. She nodded before turning to her sister. Ari. Kunu, your impulsiveness nearly led to a disastrous conflict. You should know better than to make baseless accusations. She said in a slightly stern tone. Kunu. Apologetic. I'm sorry, sister. I was just so worried about you, and I acted without thinking. Ari. Softening, I understand your concern, but we must be patient and seek peaceful solutions. You're a Yokai princess, and your actions reflect on our people. Kunu. You're right, sister. I won't let my emotions cloud my judgment again. I'll learn from this experience. Ari. That's what I want to hear. We have a mission to focus on, finding our mother. Let's work with Issei and his team to achieve our goals peacefully and with diplomacy. She then turned to Issei. Ari, I appreciate your understanding, Issei and your team. We have much to discuss, and it's important that we address certain issues related to what happened here. Let's meet later to go over everything and ensure we're on the same page. She said with a friendly tone. Issei. That sounds like a good plan, Ari. We want to make sure this mission is a success, and open communication is key. The Yakai disappeared in a flash of flames. Time skip. Tiba. I wonder what would have happened if Ari wasn't there. Irina. I know, right? Asper. But who is she anyways? We all gathered in a room basically built for your gathering with Azazel and Roswis. Azazel. Explaining to Issei and the team, Ari is a prominent and respected Yokai figure and also a very powerful warrior in Kyoto. She's known for her wisdom and ability to maintain peace among the various Yokai factions. Meeting with her is a significant step in our mission. Issei. I wonder how strong she'll be in a fight. Roswis. Ari's support is invaluable. She holds considerable influence in the Yokai community, and her cooperation will greatly aid in fostering diplomatic relations. Issei, that makes our mission even more important. Modred. She did say we're going to meet soon. She said, drinking beer. Issei. Is that beer? Modred. Yes, so. Issei. We're about to meet a very respectful and powerful figure in the realm of the Yakais, and you drink beer. Modred. Yes, wanna try? Issei facepalmed. Issei. Obviously no. Modred. Suit yourself. Roswis giggled. Issei. You two make excellent partner. The door opened revealing two figures. And Saji. What, you were expecting his pick? The door opened and in walked Seraphol and Saji, both with friendly smiles on their faces. Seraphol couldn't contain her excitement as she greeted Issei. Seraphol. Excitedly, Issei, look at you, you've gotten even more handsome since the last time I saw you. Issei, blushing, thank you, Seraphol. It's great to see you too. Irina couldn't help but feel a twinge of jealousy at Seraphol's enthusiastic compliment, but she maintained her composure. Irina. Under her breath to Issei, she's not holding back, is she? Issei. Whispering back to Irina, it's just Seraphol being Seraphol. She's always full of energy. Saji, standing beside Seraphol, had a warm smile as he addressed the group. Saji. Smiling, Issei, Irina, it's been a while. I'm here on Sona's orders to assist Seraphol. Issei. Friendly Saji, it's good to see you too. Sona's sending her support, I see. Seraphol turned her attention to Mordred and there was a sense of familiarity in her greeting. Seraphol. Recognizing Mordred, Mordred, it's been some time, hasn't it? Mordred. Nods, that's right, Seraphol. We've crossed paths before. Seraphol. Nostalgic, those were some interesting times, weren't they? Mordred. You could say that. She said with a smirk. Issei. Weird, what is the relationship between these two? Saji explained the purpose of their visit, which immediately caught Issei's attention. Saji. Serafal and I are here to meet with the Yakai faction. We're here to discuss a potential diplomatic alliance between our factions. Issei. A diplomatic alliance. Wow, we also came here for the same thing, but do the loyal guardians of eternity. That's a significant step, Saji. Strengthening alliances is crucial for maintaining peace. Serafal. That's right, Issei, and with your group here, I'm sure it will be an exciting adventure. Azazel. With a serious tone, I'm afraid, Serafal, that our plans for a diplomatic alliance might be delayed. Yusaka, the leader of the Yakai faction, has been kidnapped by an unknown group. We received a distress signal, and it's imperative that we find her. Serafal. Concerned, kidnapped? That's terrible news. Is there any lead on who might be behind this? Azazel. Shaking his head, none yet, but it's essential that we act swiftly to locate her. Her safety is crucial for the diplomatic efforts between our factions. Mordred. Intervening, there's another possibility we need to consider, Azazel. The Cows Brigade has been active and we've been investigating them for some time now. Azazel. Nodding, you're right, Mordred. The Cows Brigade is a group known for causing chaos and disruption. They could be behind this, but we can't jump to conclusions without concrete evidence. Issei. Whatever the case, we need to find Yusaka and bring her back safely. It's not just about diplomacy, it's about peace and stability in both our worlds. Serafal. I'll do everything in my power to help find Yusaka. We won't let this unknown faction or the Cows Brigade threaten our mission. Saji. We'll assist in the search, Azazel. Sona will understand the importance of finding Yusaka. Tiba. Me and the rest would see what we can do. Azazel. Appreciative, thank you, Serafal, Issei, and everyone. Let's work together to locate Yusaka and ensure the success of our diplomatic mission remains within reach. Issei. But which faction between the Cows Brigade? Azazel. That is currently unknown. Roswis. Checking her message, we've received the location from Ari. She's ready to meet us. However, there's a dress code. Issei, you'll be wearing a kimono, and Mordred, the same goes for you. Mordred. A kimono? Well, that's different. I'll make it work. Issei. With a chuckle, I'm up for the challenge. It'll be an interesting change of attire. Later, Mordred emerges in her kimono, looking surprisingly elegant despite her usual tomboyish demeanor. She spots Issei trying to stifle a laugh. Tiba, wow, Irina. You look beautiful. Oz. Nice. Asper. She looks cute. Mordred, I am not cute. Issei and Saji wanted to laugh. Mordred. Laugh, and you'll regret it. I'm still the same Mordred underneath this kimono. She said, drawing Clarent. Issei. I promise, I won't laugh. Saji. Okay, he said with a pale face. Roswis. Mordred, you do look quite stunning in that kimono. Mordred. You're pushing it, Roswis. As they prepared to meet with Ari, the group couldn't help but enjoy the comedic tension surrounding Mordred's kimono attire. The change in dress code added a touch of humor to the otherwise serious mission ahead. Issei stepped out in his kimono, looking both slightly awkward and surprisingly dashing in traditional Japanese attire. His friends and comrades couldn't help but react. Mordred. With a grin, well, look at you, Issei. You clean up pretty nicely. Issei. Blushing, it's a bit different from my usual style, but I'm trying to embrace it. Roswis. You do look quite handsome, Issei. Serafal. Oh, Issei, you're adorable in that kimono. Irina. My boyfriend cleans up well, doesn't he? Saji. Issei, you've got a whole new look going on there. It suits you. Tiba. It's a change, but I have to admit, you look good in a kimono, Issei. Asper. Issei, you look really nice in that kimono. It's different, but it suits you. Azazel. Issei, you're rocking that kimono, it's good to see you embrace the change. He said with a smirk. Issei's kimono attire received a mix of teasing and supportive comments from his friends and comrades. They were all ready to meet with Ari and continue their mission, albeit with a bit of a wardrobe adjustment. She said in a proud voice. Issei. Thanks, everyone. Let's not forget the reason we're wearing these. Now, let's meet Ari and continue our mission. Time skip. Serafal and Azazel with Issei and Mordred arrived at the location via a magic circle and was led by a Yakai servant to meet Ari and Kunu. As they approached, Ari and Kuna were waiting, surrounded by the serene beauty of a traditional Japanese garden. Ari. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you again, Issei. Issei, it's a pleasure to be here, Ari, he said with a smile. Kunu. Thank you for helping us find my mother. I'm Kunu, by the way. Issei. Kunao, it's nice to meet you. Kunuo blushed as she got a good look of Issei. Kunuo. He's so handsome, no wonder my mom has been talking about him. Ari's plea was heartfelt as she turned to Issei, Serafal, Mordred, and Azazel, her eyes filled with determination and concern. Ari. I can't express how much we need your help. Yusaka, my mother and the leader of our Yakai faction, has been taken by an unknown group. We have no idea of her whereabouts or her condition. She's not just my mother, she's a symbol of unity and peace among the yokai. Please, help us find her and bring her back safely. Issei. Ari, you have our support. We're here for peace and cooperation, and that includes helping you find Yusaka. We'll do everything in our power to locate her and ensure her safe return. Serafal. Ari, you're not alone in this. We'll make it our mission to bring Yusaka back and maintain the peace we're striving for. Modrithi loyal guardians of eternity have dealt with similar situations before. We'll use our skills and resources to track down those responsible and rescue Yusaka. Azazel. You have our word, Ari. We'll work together to find Yusaka and make sure she's returned to you. Ari. Thank you, all of you. I can't express how much this means to us. Kunu and I will assist in any way we can to help you during this mission. Kunu. We won't rest until we find my mother. She means everything to us. As they stood in the tranquil garden, a sense of unity and shared purpose enveloped them. They were ready to embark on a mission that was not only about diplomacy, but also about protecting and preserving the bonds between the supernatural and human worlds. Serafal. Such a lovely garden you have here, Ari. I must say, this is a perfect place for a diplomatic meeting. Ari. I'm glad you appreciate it, Serafal. We value the harmony of nature and the tranquility it brings to our discussions. Ari. We're hopeful that with your help, we can locate Yusaka. But first, let's discuss the terms of our alliance and the details of our mission. As they gathered in the serene garden, the atmosphere was charged with a sense of purpose and determination as the diplomats and yokai leaders began their important conversation to ensure peace and cooperation between their worlds. Issei and Ari found a moment of privacy amidst the serene garden, away from the others. They exchanged knowing glances, understanding the gravity of the situation. Issei. Ari, I want you to know that we're here to help. Finding Yusaka is a priority for all of us. But I also want you to remember that you're not alone in this. We'll work together and do everything we can to bring her back. Ari. Issei, I appreciate your words and your commitment. I can't help but worry. Yusaka is not only a leader but a mother to me, and her safety is of utmost importance. Issei. I understand your concern. But you're strong, Ari. You have your people, Kunu, and our team standing by your side. We'll face this challenge together and emerge stronger. Ari. You're right, Issei. We'll find Yusaka and ensure the peace and harmony between our worlds prevail. I didn't know the Red Dragon Emperor could be so charming. Issei. Thank you, he said with a bright smile. A small blush formed on Ari's face. Their private conversation reassured Ari and solidified their resolve to work together in the mission to find Yusaka. As they rejoined the group, they did so with a shared determination to bring about a peaceful resolution. Time skip. Issei woke up seeing two beauties on top of him. It was Roswis and Irina. Issei. Girls, wake up. Irina hugged him tighter. Irina. Just a few more minutes. Roswis. Yeah. Issei. Girls, seriously, get up, I have important things to do too. As they got up, Issei got a good view of what is in front of him. He tried his best to hold his already bloody nose. Irina. I guess old habits die hard. Roswis giggled. How did Roswis join them? Well, a few hours ago after the meeting. Issei. Damn it, where is she? Greg. Partner, calm down, she should be in a bar drinking as usual. Issei. I hope she isn't drinking again. Greg. She's in a bar, what do you think? It wasn't long before he noticed a familiar face at the other end of the bar, and his curiosity led him to approach her. Roswis sat alone, her disheveled hair and glass of wine clearly indicating her inebriation. Her cheeks were flushed, and her normally pompous demeanor was replaced by an aura of vulnerability. Issei recognized that she'd had a few too many drinks. Issei said softly as he approached her. Issei. I didn't expect to find you here. Are you okay? Greg. Bruh, really? Roswis looked up, her eyes meeting Issei's with a mix of surprise and sorrow. She slurred slightly. Roswis, I didn't expect to see you here either. But I'm not okay. Issei took a seat beside her, his concern growing. Issei. What's bothering you, Roswis? You can talk to me. Roswis took a deep breath, her words tinged with sadness. Roswis, I've been watching you and Irina, and it hurts, Issei. I'm so jealous of what you two have. I love you, Issei. I've loved you for a long time, and I wish you could love me too. Issei felt his heart skip a beat as Roswis's confession hung in the air. He hadn't anticipated this conversation, and he struggled to find the right words. Issei. Roswis, I had no idea. I value you as a friend and a comrade, and your feelings are important to me. Roswis's eyes glistened with unshed tears. Roswis, but, Issei, it's not just friendship. I want more. I want to be with you in a way that Irina is. I want your love too. Issei's mind raced as he tried to process Roswis's heartfelt admission. He knew that he cared for her deeply, but the complexity of the situation weighed on him. Issei. I don't want to be hurt again. Drake, what if she did same thing as them? Greg. Partner, I've been friends with you for a long time, and I swear on my pride as a dragon, she would never leave you, so please get that thought out of your head. Issei. Okay Drake, Issei. I accept your love. Roswis's eyes widened in surprise, and a glimmer of hope shone through her inebriated state. Roswis, you mean it? Issei nodded, his heart heavy but resolute. Issei, I can't bear to see you hurting, Roswis. I care about you deeply, and I don't want to see you in pain. We'll figure this out together. Tears welled up in Roswis's eyes, but this time they were tears of joy and relief. She leaned in, and Issei gently wiped away her tears with his thumb. Their lips met in a soft and tender kiss, sealing the unspoken promise of understanding and a shared journey ahead. Issei carefully carried Roswis to their hotel room, his thoughts a whirlwind of emotions and questions. He gently laid her down on the bed and covered her with a blanket, making sure she was comfortable. As he stepped out of the room, he found Irina waiting in the living area. She looked at him with a mixture of curiosity and concern. Irina, Issei, you've been gone for a while. What happened? Issei took a deep breath, trying to find the right words to explain the situation. Issei, Irina, something unexpected occurred tonight. I found Roswis in a bar and she was quite drunk. She told me about her feelings for me and I accepted her love. Irina's eyes widened with surprise and for a moment she was silent. Then, she took a step closer to Issei and placed a hand on his cheek. Issei, I've known Roswis for a long time and I've seen how she feels about you. I don't want her to be hurt and I trust you completely. If this is what you both want, then I don't mind sharing you with her. Issei let out a sigh of relief. Issei, Irina, thank you for understanding. I want you to know that my feelings for you haven't changed. I care about both of you deeply and I want to make sure we can navigate this in a way that doesn't hurt anyone. Irina smiled warmly, her eyes filled with love. Irina, Issei, I love you and I trust you. We'll figure this out together. Just promise me that we'll always be honest with each other. Issei nodded, feeling a profound sense of gratitude for the understanding and love that both Irina and Roswis had shown him. Issei, I promise, Irina. We'll always be honest and support each other, no matter what comes our way. As they embraced in the living area of their hotel room, they knew that their relationship had taken an unexpected turn, but the foundation of trust and love they shared would guide them through the challenges and joys of their unique journey together. Currently, Roswis was a blushing mess as she hugged Issei with his face in her chest. Roswis. Thank you so much, Issei, I love you very much, thank you for accepting me. Issei held her. Issei. No worries, Rossi, I love you too, if there's anything you need and if it's within my power I'll do it and if it's not, I'll still try. Roswis. Can I kiss you? She said with a red face. Issei. Yes, of course. She grabbed his face before stealing his lips for a long kiss. Roswis. That was amazing, she said with a very embarrassed face. Irina pouted. Irina. Where's my kiss? Issei kissed her too. Issei. You're happy now. She nodded with a smile. As Issei exited the hotel room for an errand, he met Azazel with a smirk. Azazel. Ah, those good old days, did you show them the power of youth? Issei. You're one sick old man, Azazel. Azazel still had the same shit-eating grin. Time skip. As Issei and his friends were on their excursion the next day, they encountered Kunao and Ari again. She seemed to have crossed their path coincidentally. With a friendly smile, she approached the group. Kunu. Oh, it's you all again, what a coincidence running into you on our excursion. Ari. Really, Issei. Kunu, it's nice to see you. We're on an excursion as well. What brings you here? Kunu. Well. She blushed, avoiding Issei's face. Ari. Well, we both came to assist you and you know what, Kunio. Thank you, sis. Ari softly ruffled her little sister head. Issei. That would be awesome. Kunu. That would be great. Mitsuda. Damn, she looks so hot. Who is she? Ari. Are these friends of yours, Issei? Issei, yeah. Motohama. We're the perverted duo. They did some weird pose. Roswis. You two stop this now. Issei. And she's back in teacher mode. Modern. Seriously, why are they here? Tiba chuckled. Then a purple mist manifested. Issei noticed that something was off. The perverted duo was gone, same with the other students. Azazel. Be careful, everyone. Kunao. What's all this? Modern. I know this, it's a sacred gear. Issei. Wait, what? Modern. This is Dimension Lost. Zenovia Dimension Lost has the ability to create a special mist able to block any attack, as well as being able to transport anything inside of it into an artificial space. Asper. Wait, you're here? Asia. Azazel sent us here as backup just in case something happens. Issei. We don't need backup, but whatever, just don't hold us back. It was a direct jab to both Zenovia and Asia. Kunao. When we were in outing, both me and mother, this mist appeared, and by the time it disappeared, same with mom. Issei. Stand behind me, Kunio. She held him tightly. Modern. Issei, you ready? Issei. Of course. As soon as the mist cleared, they were in another dimension. Suddenly a bright light shone from the sky resembling a spear. It was heading for Issei. He caught it, but it sent him flying through multiple buildings. Irina. Roswis. Issei. Issei held his ground and successfully caught it. Issei. Right back at ya. There was a very loud sound. Impressive, Suryukite. Issei. Who are you? Kakao. I'm Kakao, leader of the hero faction. Chapter 14. A Trip to Kyoto Part 3. Cao. My name is Cao Cao, descendant of the legendary Cao Cao Ming. It is an honor to meet you, Azazel, governor of the fallen angels, and Modred, the knight of treachery, and Issei Dohu, the legendary and possibly one of the strongest Red Dragon Emperor. Issei. Cao Cao, I hope you understand the gravity of the situation here. You and your hero faction have crossed a line that cannot be ignored. We were transported to this realm, far from our own, and yet you thought it wise to attack us. Cao Cao. Issei, I'm not here for idle chatter. We have our reasons for opposing you, for opposing all of you who wield the power of the sacred gears. We believe it's our duty to eliminate the threat you pose. Issei. Duty? Perhaps, but kidnapping the Asaka, the leader of the Yokai faction, was a reckless move. That's not how honorable warriors should conduct themselves. You've put innocent lives at risk. Ari. Give us back our mother now, and your punishment would be lenient, I promise you. Cao Cao. We had no choice. Let's just say we need Yusaka for a special project for our let's just say something very dangerous. Modred. Issei is right, Cao Cao. You can't justify your actions by endangering innocent lives. We're here to protect those who can't protect themselves. Fiba. Our goal is peace between the different factions, not senseless violence. There's always a way to resolve our differences without resorting to such drastic measures. Cao Cao. You all speak of peace, but the world is a dangerous place. Sometimes, sacrifices must be made for the greater good, especially between humanity and the supernatural. Azazel. Sacrifices that you were willing to make without hesitation, Cao Cao. Is that the kind of hero you aspire to be? Roswis. We need to find a way to peacefully resolve our differences and coexist. Kidnapping children is not the path to a better world. Asper. I agree, we should find another way, so nobody gets hurt. Zenobia. Violence won't lead us to a better future. Let's work together to find a solution. Asia. Cao Cao, please reconsider your actions. We can find a way to make the world a better place for everyone. Issei. We're not here to fight you, Cao Cao, but we won't stand by and let you harm innocent lives. Let's find a way to resolve this peacefully and put an end to this conflict. Cao Cao. You make valid points, but unfortunately we refuse. The supernatural world has constantly ignored the crisis their actions has cost humanity, innocent people getting killed by the supernatural, and nothing has done about it. In fact, you of all people should know Issei Dohu. Would you die for me? Issei. Don't try to mess up my mind, Cao Cao. You keep on talking about how much humanity is suffering under the world of supernatural. Can you swear on the first, Cao Cao, that what you would do won't lead to the death of the innocent? Cao Cao was silent. Issei, then get your bucking hypocrisy out of my face. Cao Cao. Well then, battle was inevitable, I was wanting the smoke anyways. As the mist disappeared, all members of the hero faction made their appearance. 2. George, member known for his combat abilities. 3. Leonardo, known for his sacred gear. Annihilation Maker. 4. Heracles, a powerful member with superhuman strength. 5. Jean, a skilled fighter with a strong sense of justice and her blades blacksmith. 6. Siegfried, a formidable warrior with a unique twice critical and demonic swords. Cao Cao. Leonardo, would you please create some monsters for our friends to play with? Leonardo nodded before creating several anti-monsters. Issei. Alright, everyone, listen up. We're facing a new threat and we can't afford to underestimate it. Leonardo and his Annihilation Maker have created these anti-monsters and we need a solid battle plan to take them down. Fiba. What are these anti-monsters capable of? Issei. Modred. They're designed to counter our supernatural abilities, making them a formidable challenge. Gasper, I need you to analyze their abilities and weaknesses. Asper. Alright, I'll do my best to gather information and relay it to everyone. Azazel. Let me take a swing at that, Cao Cao. Issei. And I'll tag along too. Irina. Is there a way to disable the Annihilation Maker itself? Without it, they might not be able to create more of these anti-monsters. Issei. That's a good point, Irina. Roswis, can you create a diversion to draw Leonardo's attention while we try to get to the Annihilation Maker? Akeno. Of course, Issei. I'll use my lightning to create a spectacle. Roswis. I can provide some illusions to confuse their sight as well. Fiba. Me and Zenobia will tackle. Cao Cao. Interrupting Issei, you're all talking as if you're the heroes here. But we, the hero faction, are prepared to do what's necessary to ensure the survival of humanity. We won't let you interfere with our mission. Issei. Cao Cao, there's no need for this conflict. We can work together to find a way that protects humanity and preserves the peace between factions. Kidnapping Yusaka's daughters was a grave mistake and it's not too late to make amends. Cao Cao. Hesitating, we'll see, Issei. But we won't back down easily. As the battle plan unfolds, the tension between the two factions remains high. Issei's group is determined to find a peaceful solution, while Cao Cao's hero faction remains resolute in their mission to protect humanity, leading to an intense standoff. The tension in the room reaches its breaking point as Issei takes the lead, his dragon aura radiating with incredible power. His sacred gear, boosted gear, glows with a fiery intensity. Modern from fate, a fierce and skilled warrior, stands by his side. The anti-monsters created by Leonardo advance with lethal intent. Boost, Issei. Gritting his teeth Modern, get ready, these anti-monsters won't hold back, and neither will we. Modern. Cracking her knuckles Issei, you've got the power of the Red Dragon Emperor, and I've got this blade. Let's show them what we're made of. The first anti-monster charges at them with unnatural speed and strikes with a devastating energy attack. Issei counters with a burst of his boosted gear, creating a barrier that absorbs the energy. Issei. Grinning, not bad Modern, take the one on the left, I've got the right. Modern. Nodding, leave it to me, Issei. Modern engages her opponent in a flurry of sword strikes, clashing with incredible speed and precision. Issei focuses on his own adversary, using his dragon aura to enhance his strength and speed. His boosted gear charges up, and he unleashes a powerful crimson dragon blast that engulfs the anti-monster. Dragon shot, Issei. Breathing heavily, one down, but we can't let up. More anti-monsters advance, each displaying unique abilities to counter their opponents. Issei and Modern work together, coordinating their attacks and exploiting weaknesses. Modern. Parrying an attack Issei, this is getting tough. They adapt to our tactics. Issei. Grinning, good, we adapt to boost. Issei activates his sacred gear's balance breaker, increasing his power exponentially. His entire body is enveloped in a fiery aura and he charges at the anti-monsters with incredible speed. Modern, too, pushes her abilities to the limit, slashing through the enemies with her noble phantasms. Modern. With determination Issei, we can't let them overwhelm us. Issei. Shouting, right, we've got to protect our friends and find a way to end this conflict. The battle rages on, with Issei and Modern displaying unparalleled teamwork and determination. They face increasingly powerful anti-monsters, each test of their abilities pushing them to their limits. The room becomes a battlefield, with fiery explosions and sword clashes echoing through the air. Issei. Panting Modern, we've got to make a final push, we can't let them keep coming. Modern. Grinning, leave it to me, Issei. Issei and Modern combine their powers, creating a devastating display of strength and speed. With a mighty roar, Issei releases a colossal dragon-shaped attack that obliterates the remaining anti-monsters. Issei. Breathing heavily, it's over. The room falls silent and the anti-monsters lie defeated. The battle has taken its toll, but Issei and Modern stand victorious. Issei. Smiling, we did it, Modern. Modern. Panting, yeah, we sure did. But this conflict is far from over. We need to find a way to make peace with the hero faction. With the battle won, the group takes a moment to regroup and consider their next steps in the ongoing struggle for peace between the factions. Urza. Resolute, it is decided then, Knight of Treachery, you will be my opponent. Modern. With a grin, this is going to be fun. Issei. Why does she look like Irene? Greg. Maybe coincidence. As Issei and Modern catch their breath after the intense battle, Roswis and Ari, the powerful kitsune from League of Legends, step forward with determined looks in their eyes. Roswis. Issei, Modern, you've done a fantastic job. But it's time for us to lend our magic to ensure the safety of Yasaka's daughters and end this conflict. Ari. With a confident smile, we kitsune know a thing or two about magic, after all. Roswis and Ari join forces, their magic resonating with an otherworldly energy. Roswis, the expert magician, weaves intricate spells, while Ari draws upon her mystical abilities as a nine-tailed fox. Roswis. Chanting incantations, let the elements obey my command, ice, fire and lightning, heed my call. With a wave of her staff, Roswis summons a whirlwind of ice, fire and lightning that engulfs the remaining anti-monsters. The elements dance to her command, freezing and incinerating their foes. Ari. Eyes glowing, I can sense their emotions. Let me show you the power of a kitsune's magic. Ari's tails sway gracefully as she conjures orbs of energy, mesmerizing the anti-monsters. Her magic wraps around them, their negative emotions absorbed and dissipated in a beautiful display of energy. Issei. Impressed Roswis, Ari, your magic is incredible. Modern. Nodding, yeah, we could definitely use your help more often. Roswis. Smiling, it's an honor to assist, Issei, Modern. Ari. Grinning, just remember, we kitsune always know how to put on a show. Together, Issei, Modern, Roswis and Ari combine their strengths to eradicate the remaining anti-monsters. With their combined efforts, Urza vs Modern. Urza, Scarlet and Mordred, both fierce and formidable warriors, found themselves on a desolate battlefield, their intentions clear. Urza had donned her most powerful armor, the Heaven's Wheel armor, a suit of armor adorned with intricate celestial symbols, while Mordred, a knight of fate, held Clarent, a sword steeped in legend. As the battle began, Urza's armor materialized with a brilliant bluish glow. She launched herself at Mordred with the grace of a soaring angel, her sword circling around her like a whirlwind. Mordred, her violet eyes ablaze, met Urza's charge with unwavering resolve. Their swords clashed with a deafening ring, sparks flying in every direction. Urza's blade, edged with the power of the heavens, sang as it met the dark might of Clarent. Mordred's sword, a symbol of destiny itself, emanated an eerie crimson light. The two warriors locked in a deadly dance, their strength matched evenly. Urza's celestial swords began to rotate around her, each one an extension of her will. She unleashed a barrage of slashes, a tempest of celestial steel, but Mordred, with her uncanny agility, dodged and parried every strike. Mordred retaliated with powerful swings of Clarent, each strike unleashing a wave of dark energy that Urza deftly avoided, but the earth trembled beneath the power of their strikes. The battle raged on, each warrior pushing their limits. Urza unleashed very powerful sword skill, a devastating combination of sword strikes that seemed almost impossible to evade. But Mordred, with an acrobatic leap, evaded the torrent of blows and countered with a barrage of her own, sending shockwaves through the ground. Muttered. Damn, if things were different you would make a powerful guardian. Urza. Thank you for the compliment. Urza, realizing that the battle had reached a critical point, made a strategic decision to switch to her Atraxia armor, an imposing suit known for its incredible offensive capabilities. With this choice, her arsenal transformed into a myriad of powerful blades, each with unique and devastating properties. Mordred, however, was not one to be outdone. She unleashed her special skills, drawing upon her innate talents and the dark power of Clarent. Her abilities surged, and the battlefield crackled with her ominous presence. Urza, now clad in the Atraxia armor, began to launch a relentless assault. Blades materialized from the ether, surrounding her in a dazzling display of weaponry. With each swing, she sent a barrage of blades in Mordred's direction, each one with its own distinct power. Some blades crackled with lightning, others were wreathed in flames, and a few shimmered with an icy chill. Mordred, her violet eyes burning with determination, skillfully dodged and parried the onslaught of blades, her agility allowing her to narrowly evade Urza's calculated attacks. She responded with her Clarent-powered abilities, unleashing dark energy in the form of chaotic piercing strikes. The air was filled with an eerie crimson glow as their powers collided. Urza's Atraxia armor adapted to Mordred's dark abilities, creating blades that could neutralize and counter her unique skills. As the battle continued, the battlefield bore the scars of their fierce struggle, with craters and scorched earth left in their wake. Mordred and Urza fought with unrelenting intensity, their powers clashing in a chaotic display of energy and blades. The balance of power swung back and forth, neither warrior willing to yield. The ground trembled beneath their might, and the skies echoed with their determination. As the battle reached its zenith, Urza, with a final, masterful strike, managed to hold her own Mordred, her special skills. Urza and Mordred, locked in a fierce standoff, recognized each other's strength and determination. With a mutual nod of respect, they sheathed their swords, ending the battle without a clear victor. The clash between these two titans had been a battle for the ages, an unyielding testament to their unwavering resolve and indomitable spirits. Haokao vs Azazel and Issei. Haokao. HMPH that was just a warm-up, armed with a true Longinus shot right at Azazel and Issei. Issei. Welsh Dragon Balance Breaker. Azazel. Downfall Dragon Balance Breaker. Both of them armed with their Balance Breaker, met Haokao. The battle rages on as Azazel and Issei, both empowered with their Balance Breakers, face off against Haokao and his true Longinus. The room crackles with tension, and the clash of titans begins. Azazel. With determination Issei, let's give it everything we've got. Issei. Nodding right, Azazel, we can't afford to lose this fight. Haokao stands his ground, his true Longinus gleaming with an otherworldly light. He raises it, ready to strike, and the battle commences. Haokao. Focused, you two have impressive power, but this is the true Longinus. Let's see if it can match up to your strength. Issei and Azazel charge forward with incredible speed. Issei, his boosted gear glowing crimson, sends a barrage of dragon shots at Haokao, while Azazel, his downfall dragon spear shining with dark energy, releases a barrage of destructive energy bolts. Haokao counters with his true Longinus, deflecting the attacks with incredible precision. Haokao. Smirking, not bad, but you'll have to do better than that. Issei and Azazel continue their assault, using their incredible speed and strength to close the distance. They attack in perfect synchronization, making it difficult for Haokao to defend. The room is filled with the sounds of clashing energy, and the battle becomes a blur of movements. Azazel. Grinning Haokao, your true Longinus won't be enough to stop us. Issei. Shouting Balance Breaker Welsh Dragonic Rook, defend. Issei summons a massive dragon-shaped shield made of his aura, protecting them from Haokao's counterattacks. Azazel seizes the opportunity to strike, releasing a powerful energy wave from his downfall dragon spear. Haokao. Gritting his teeth, you're persistent, I'll give you that. Haokao channels the power of the true Longinus, unleashing an incredibly potent attack. The room trembles as his strike collides with Issei's dragonic shield and Azazel's energy wave, creating an explosion of energy that sends shockwaves throughout the room. Issei. Struggling to maintain the shield, we can't let up, Azazel. Azazel. determined. Right, let's push through. Issei and Azazel redouble their efforts, determined to break through Cao Cao's defenses. They combine their powers, creating a spectacular display of energy and strength that forces Cao Cao to the defensive. Cao Cao. With a hint of surprise, you're stronger than I expected. But can you keep this up? The battle continues, with Cao Cao, Issei, and Azazel locked in a fierce struggle. The room becomes a battleground of energy and power, each side refusing to yield. Issei. Gritting his teeth, we won't back down, Cao Cao. Azazel. With resolve, we'll protect our friends and find a way to make peace. Cao Cao, Issei, and Azazel pour everything they have into the battle, with no end in sight, as the clash of their incredible powers rages on. As Cao Cao harnesses the full power of his true longiness, he begins to push Issei and Azazel back. The room reverberates with his overwhelming energy. Cao Cao. Determined, you've put up a valiant fight, but now it's time to see the true might of the true longiness. He channels the immense energy within his sacred weapon and unleashes a torrent of holy projectiles, each infused with devastating power. Issei and Azazel, struggling to defend against the onslaught, are gradually forced backward. Issei. Gritting his teeth, Azazel, we need to find an opening. Azazel. Narrowing his eyes, right, Issei. We can't let him overpower us. Cao Cao's attacks continue relentlessly. Issei activates his boosted gear to its full extent, attempting to create a defensive barrier to shield them from the barrage, while Azazel focuses his energy to counter the holy projectiles with dark energy. Cao Cao. Smirking, you can resist for now, but my true longiness will break through. Despite their efforts, Issei and Azazel are pushed further back. The true longiness proves to be a formidable weapon, and Cao Cao's determination fuels its power. Issei. Panting, we can't let him keep pushing us back like this. Azazel. Thinking, Issei, we need to find a way to disrupt his concentration. If we can make him lose control over the true longiness, we might have a chance. Issei and Azazel exchange a quick nod and coordinate their attacks. Issei launches a series of rapid dragon shots, while Azazel unleashes dark energy waves with precision, aiming to create chaos in Cao Cao's defense. Cao Cao. Momentarily distracted, what are you two planning? The coordinated assault momentarily distracts Cao Cao, causing his focus to waver. The room is filled with a chaotic clash of energies as Issei and Azazel seize the opportunity. Issei. Shouting now, Azazel. Azazel launches a powerful energy attack directly at Cao Cao, striking him and disrupting his control over the true longiness. Cao Cao. Stumbling, argue. The disruption in Cao Cao's focus causes his true longiness to momentarily lose its potency. Issei and Azazel use this window of opportunity to counterattack with all their might, determined to turn the tide of the battle. Issei. With determination, we won't let you prevail, Cao Cao. Azazel. Unyielding, we fight for peace, and what he said. The battle reaches a critical juncture as Issei and Azazel intensify their assault, hoping to defeat Cao Cao and end this clash of powers once and for all. Meanwhile, Zenobia. Determined, Kibba, let's do this, she said, armed with Ascalon. Kibba. Indifference, whatever, just don't get in my way. Sigurd. With a grin, let's see how strong the Knights of Gremory are. Armed with his demonic swords and sacred gear, Zenobia and Kibba stood back to back, their determination unwavering as they faced a formidable foe, Siegfried. He was a towering figure, his body enhanced by his sacred gear, which had granted him multiple powerful demonic arms, each wielding a unique and deadly sword. The battlefield was an otherworldly landscape, with the very ground trembling beneath their feet as Siegfried's presence sent shockwaves through the environment. The sky above crackled with dark energy, setting the stage for an epic battle that would determine the fate of their world. Zenobia tightened her grip on Ascalon, her holy sword radiating with a brilliant light. Kibba, let's show him what we're made of. Kibba nodded, his own sacred gear sword birth, transforming into a gleaming blade of pure energy. Right, Zenobia. We'll give it everything we've got. With a deafening roar, Siegfried lunged forward, his multiple arms swinging the powerful demonic swords with incredible speed and precision. Zenobia and Kibba moved in perfect harmony, their swords clashing with Siegfried's onslaught of strikes. The clash of steel echoed through the battlefield, each impact sending shockwaves in all directions. Zenobia's Ascalon, a holy sword designed to slay devils and demons, glowed with a brilliant aura as she channeled her righteous energy into each strike. Her strikes were imbued with incredible power and precision, parrying Siegfried's blades and countering with a dazzling display of swordsmanship. Kibba, with his sword birth, weaved through the battlefield like a whirlwind of energy. He left trails of ethereal slashes in his wake, each one aimed at Siegfried's multiple arms. The sacred gear sword's ability to cut through dimensions allowed him to strike at impossible angles, keeping Siegfried on the defensive. As the battle raged on, Siegfried's multiple arms adapted to the relentless assault. They formed a defensive wall, blocking Zenobia and Kibba's attacks. With a grin, Siegfried unleashed a devastating wave of dark energy that sent shockwaves rippling through the battlefield. Zenobia and Kibba were sent flying backward, crashing into the ground. They struggled to their feet, determination burning in their eyes. They knew that to defeat Siegfried, they had to combine their powers. Zenobia raised Ascalon high, and a radiant aura surrounded her. Zenobia. With determination, Kiba, lend me your strength. Kiba nodded, channeling his own power into Zenobia's sword. The two sacred gear users merged their energies into a single blinding attack. With a resounding battle cry, Zenobia unleashed a devastating wave of holy energy, while Kiba's sword birth transformed into a colossal blade of pure energy. Using all his swords, he was successfully able to push them back. Siegfried. Impressed, that was amazing, I want more. With a grin, he charged at them. Zenobia and Kiba found themselves in a dire situation as Siegfried's multiple demonic arms swung his powerful swords with overwhelming force. Their initial attacks barely scratched the surface of his defenses. With each clash, Siegfried's strength seemed to grow, and it became clear that they were facing an opponent of unparalleled power. Siegfried's demonic swords emitted malevolent energy, cutting through the air like a storm of darkness. Zenobia and Kiba struggled to keep up, their blades constantly on the defensive, blocking and dodging Siegfried's relentless strikes. Siegfried's malevolent laughter echoed through the battlefield. Siegfried. Taunting, pathetic, and I thought you two were knights. Ari versus Heracles. Ari. With a confident smile, Heracles, you may be a legendary hero, but I have magic on my side. Let's see if you can keep up. Heracles. Grinning, I've faced gods and monsters in my time, Ari. A kitsune won't be my downfall. Ari's 9 tails sway gracefully as she conjures orbs of mystical energy. Her eyes glow with an otherworldly light as she readies her magic. Heracles, on the other hand, brandishes his mighty club, Nemean lion's pelt adorning his shoulders. Ari. Chanting incantations, let the spirits of the fox guide my magic. Heracles charges forward with incredible speed, raising his club for a powerful strike. Ari, with a flick of her tails, sends a barrage of foxfire orbs toward him. The orbs collide with Heracles' club, creating a brilliant explosion of magic and brute force. Heracles. Grinning, not bad, fox. Ari uses her agility and magical prowess to evade Heracles' blows. Her tails act as both her defense and offense, creating a mesmerizing dance of energy that weaves around Heracles. He struggles to catch the elusive kitsune. Ari. Smirking, you'll have to do better than that, Heracles. Heracles roars with determination and raises his club high, channeling his legendary strength into a mighty strike. The impact creates shockwaves that shake the room. Ari uses her magic to create a protective barrier, but the force of the blow pushes her back. Heracles. With an intense gaze, I won't be outmatched, Ari. Ari's eyes glow with determination, and she counters with a stunning display of fox magic. She summons spectral fox spirits that surround Heracles, creating illusions to disorient him. The room is filled with images of mythical creatures and beautiful landscapes. Ari. With a hint of mischief, my magic can be quite mesmerizing, Heracles. Heracles fights through the illusions, his determination unyielding. He charges at Ari once more, swinging his club with incredible force. Ari retaliates with a dazzling foxfire attack that engulfs Heracles in a fiery explosion. Heracles. Roaring, you won't defeat me with tricks, fox. Ari and Heracles continue their intense battle, each displaying incredible power and determination. The room becomes a spectacle of magic and strength as they clash repeatedly. Ari. Grinning, I have more than just tricks, Heracles. The battle reaches a critical juncture as Ari and Heracles engage in a fierce struggle, their powers and abilities pushing them to their limits. The outcome remains uncertain, but both warriors are determined to prove their strength. Zenobia and Kiba exchanged a determined look. They knew they had to dig deep into their reserves to overcome this formidable adversary. With a synchronized battle cry, they pushed themselves to their limits. Zenobia's Ascalon pulsed with a blinding holy light, and Kiba's sword birth crackled with ethereal energy. Together, they unleashed a powerful combination attack, a swirling vortex of light and energy that charged straight at Siegfried. Siegfried, for the first time, showed a hint of concern. He quickly formed a barrier of his multiple arms to defend against the onslaught. The collision of their attacks created a cataclysmic explosion, shaking the very foundation of the battlefield. As the dust settled, it was unclear who had the upper hand. Siegfried's barrier had held, but it was visibly strained. Zenobia and Kiba were exhausted, their clothes tattered and bodies bruised. The battle continued with renewed intensity. Zenobia and Kiba unleashed a flurry of attacks, their determination unwavering. Siegfried, despite his injuries, fought back with a relentless fury. The battlefield became a chaotic whirlwind of flashing blades and explosive energy. Irina versus Jean. The room crackles with tension as Irina, in her formidable angel mode, faces off against Jean Dark, armed with her blade's blacksmith. Both warriors radiate a powerful aura, ready to engage in a fierce battle. Irina. With unwavering resolve, Jean, you're a formidable opponent, but I won't back down. We have to find a way to end this conflict. Jean Dark. Equally determined Irina, I have my reasons for being here. I won't let you interfere with my mission. The clash begins as Jean Dark lunges forward, her blade's blacksmith gleaming in the light. Irina, her wings aglow with divine energy, meets the attack with her radiant sword. The sound of metal against metal echoes through the room. Irina, gritting her teeth, your blade's blacksmith is powerful, Jean. But I have the power of the angels on my side. Jean Dark and Irina engage in a furious exchange of blows, each strike filled with incredible speed and precision. The room becomes a battleground of divine and supernatural energy. Jean Dark. Parrying a strike. Irina, your angel mode is impressive, but do you really believe you can stop me? Irina, with determination, I have to try, Jean. This conflict is causing too much harm. The battle intensifies as both warriors push their abilities to the limit. Irina unleashes waves of holy energy with her sword, while Jean Dark uses her blade's blacksmith to create devastating shockwaves of energy. The room trembles as their power clashes. Jean Dark. Smirking, you're strong, Irina, but let me show you the true potential of the blade's blacksmith. Jean Dark channels her power into her blades, causing them to surge with energy. With a powerful strike, she sends a wave of several holy swords hurtling toward Irina. Irina responds by forming a protective barrier of angelic light. Irina, focused, I won't be defeated here, Jean. I'm fighting for a peaceful resolution. The room becomes filled with an incredible display of light and dark energy as the two warriors continue their intense battle. Irina, with her angel mode, holds her own against Jean Dark's formidable weaponry. Jean Dark. With determination, Irina, you have the power of angels, but I have a mission to fulfill. Irina, panting, we can find a way to fulfill your mission without violence, Jean. The battle reaches a critical moment as both warriors exchange powerful blows, their weapons clashing with earth-shaking force. The outcome remains uncertain, but both are unwavering in their determination to protect their beliefs and make a difference in the world. A somehow drunk Roswis showed up and summoned a behemoth of magic spells, sending them flying. Pow cow. With annoyance, this isn't how I expected, they are actually strong, we should retreat for now. The magic circle appeared with a magic golem and Lefei. Issei. Suspicious, what are you doing here, Lefei, did Vali send you? Lefei's met Issei before shaking her head. The day. With a sad smile, Vali is no longer part of the team. Kuroka is our new leader, I've been tasked with helping you, Issei. The news shocked Issei, in fact everyone on Issei's side. The battle continued. Cao Cao managed to destroy the golem, but sent away Team Issei away from the dimension, before disappearing themselves, trying to regroup and come up with a better strategy, since this one was a tie. Chapter 15. A trip to Kyoto Part 4. In the hotel room, Azazel and Serafal alongside Ari and Kunao with Issei and Modern with the rest were all sided as Azazel was reviewing the plan to take down the hero faction once and for all. Azazel. In a serious tone, okay everyone, I've gathered intel that the hero faction are residing in the Maiko castle. Mordred. Excited, alright then let's go there and kick some ass. Issei. Shaking his head, I'm afraid it's not going to be that simple, especially Cao Cao, even I'm not confident to beat him if he uses his balance breaker, unless I use my juggernaut drive. Roswis. Serious, and of course you wouldn't use it, it would do more harm than good. Issei. Affirming, I can control it, Rossi, but I get your concern. Serafal. Thoughtful, but that would only be used especially as a last resort. Modern. Curiously, so what's the plan? Azazel. Outspoken, the Citri group would be used for guarding the two guardians, and the Gremory group alongside Roswis and Irina would be the attacking group. Ari. Softly, Azazel, I wish to join especially to save my mother. Kunao. Determined, me too. Ari. Resolute, you will stay here, Ari, it's too dangerous. Kunuo sadly nodded. Azazel. Sadly, but Issei, I won't join this battle, I just hope you would be able to pull through. Issei nodded. Modern. Excitedly, alright, let's go do this thing. Issei. Teasing, wow, you really want Urza to beat you that badly. Modern. Scoffing, and I hope Cao Cao jams that spear down your ass. Issei. Shaking his head, out of everyone the universe chose you as my partner, ah what a tragedy. Modern. With a tick mark, buck you too. Azazel and Serafal shared a laugh. Serafal. With a smile, be safe everyone. Time skip. Issei. On the phone, so Kiba, Zenobia and Asia would meet up at the Naiho castle, we're finally going to put a stop to this. Kiba. On the phone, okay, I'll inform them. As he cut the call, he did the same for Irina. Modern. Curious, so what now? Issei. Neutral, I don't know, maybe we wait. Ari. With a smile, just now that we are with you, Issei. Darkly, so the Red Dragon Emperor and the Saber of Red, let me introduce myself, my name is Kolna, I possess the Sacred Gear Night Reflection. Hanla, a formidable opponent with the sacred gear known as Night Cross, sets up an ambush for Modern, Kunao, Ari, and Issei. The room darkens as he manipulates shadows and darkness to obscure their surroundings. Hanla. Emerging from the shadows, you're all trapped in my domain of darkness. Prepare for a battle you won't escape from. Modern. Brandishing her sword, we won't go down without a fight. Kunao. Shifting into her fox form, we'll use our abilities to counter your darkness. Kanla. Ari. With determination, you may control shadows, but we have our own magic. Issei. Activating his boosted gear, let's do this. Hanla's eyes gleam with power as he manipulates the shadows to create shadowy constructs that advance on the group. Modred leaps into action, clashing with a shadowy figure, while Kunao darts around, attempting to disrupt Kanla's control over the darkness. Modred. parrying a strike, your shadows won't stop me. Kunao. Using her foxfire, burn away this darkness. Ari and Issei work together to create a barrier of magic that provides them with some protection against Conla's dark attacks. Ari. Conjuring a magical shield, our magic will protect us. Issei. Charging his boosted gear, I'll break through this darkness. Boost. Conla, undeterred, summons more shadows to engulf the room, making it increasingly difficult for the group to see and move. Conla. Smirking, the darkness is my ally. You can't escape it. Modern, Kunao, Ari, and Issei fight fiercely against the encroaching shadows, with Modern delivering powerful sword strikes, Kunao using her foxfire to illuminate the room, Ari unleashing bursts of magic, and Issei creating fiery blasts with his boosted gear. Modern. Grinning, I've faced shadowy opponents before, Conla. Kunao. With determination, your darkness won't overcome us. Ari. Conjuring her magic can dispel the darkest of shadows. Issei. Roaring, your darkness cannot compare to my flames. The room becomes a battleground of light and darkness, with Conla and the group locked in an intense struggle. Shadowy constructs clash with swords and magic, creating bursts of light and darkness that fill the room. Conla. Struggling, you're stronger than I expected. The group's combined efforts begin to take their toll on Conla, pushing him to the brink. Modern. With a triumphant smile, we've got you cornered, Conla. Kunao. Yipping in victory, you can't hold back our combined strength. Ari. With a confident grin, darkness can't conquer the power of light and magic. Issei. Charging his boosted gear, it's over, Conla. The battle reaches a critical moment as Conla's darkness wanes and the group's determination proves stronger. Together, they continue to fight and drive Conla into a corner, seeking to end the battle and emerge victorious. Kolna. Night Reflection Balance Breaker. Death Cross Beast Skin of Dark Night. Physical attacks seemed impossible due to the shadows allowing Conla to overwhelm them. As the battle against Conla and his formidable Night Reflection Death Cross armor intensifies, Issei, in a critical moment, activates his boosted gear's penetrate ability. With a surge of power, he aims to dispel Conla's armor and turn the tide of the battle. Issei. Roaring Penetrate. The boosted gear's penetrate ability breaks through Conla's darkness armor, creating a shockwave that engulfs the room. Conla is momentarily staggered as his defenses are breached, giving the group an opportunity to press their advantage. Conla. Gritting his teeth, he's broken through my armor, this can't be. Modern, Kunao, Ari, and Issei seize the moment and launch a coordinated assault. Modern delivers powerful sword strikes, Kunao uses her foxfire to illuminate the room, Ari's magic disrupts the darkness, and Issei charges forward with determination. Modern. Grinning, we've found the weakness. Kunao. Yipping in triumph, light up this darkness, foxfire. Using her fox flame, she was able to weaken Kolna. Ari. Conjuring her magic, this is the end for you. Issei. Roaring, I won't let you escape. Conla, still reeling from the penetrate attack, struggles to defend himself against the onslaught. The room is filled with the sounds of clashing weapons, bursts of magic, and Conla's efforts to counter their attacks. Conla. With desperation, I won't be defeated like this. Despite his desperation, the group's combined efforts proved too much for Conla to handle. The darkness that once shrouded the room now fades, and Conla finds himself overwhelmed. Modern. With a triumphant smile, it's over, Conla. Kunao. Grinning, your darkness won't conquer us. Ari. With resolve, the power of light and magic has prevailed. Issei. Charging his boosted gear, this is the end. The battle reaches a critical moment as the group intensifies their attacks, seeking to defeat Conla and end the conflict once and for all. Their determination and teamwork prove to be the key to their victory. Time skip. Issei, Modern, Kunao, and Ari arrive at Naiho Castle to meet Kiba, Asia, and Zenobia. Issei's attitude towards Zenobia and Asia is tense, while his focus is primarily on Kiba. Kiba. Smiling, Issei, I'm glad you made it. Issei. Nodding, Kiba, it's good to see you. Glancing briefly at Zenobia and Asia and the others. Kiba. Noticing Issei's coldness, Issei, we're all here to work together. Zenobia and Asia want to help as much as we do. Zenobia. With a determined expression, that's right. We share a common goal. Asia. Softly, we're here to make a difference and help. Issei scoffed. Issei. Sighing, I know, Kiba. But it's hard to forget the past. Kiba. With empathy, Issei, I understand your feelings, but please don't let them get in the way of your mission. Modern. Nodding, Kiba's right. We need to focus on the mission at hand. Kunao. With a friendly smile, let's put our differences aside and work together for the sake of peace. Issei. Reluctantly, fine. We'll work together. But this doesn't mean I've forgotten anything. Kiba. Smiling, that's all I ask, Issei. Let's move forward and make a difference. As Issei, Kiba, Modern, Kunao, Ari, Zenobia, and Asia enter Naiho Castle, the atmosphere takes a tense turn as Cao Cao and his group are revealed, and the news of Yasaka's capture sends shockwaves through the room. Cao Cao. Smirking, welcome, Issei and friends. It's been a while. Issei. With a serious tone, Cao Cao, what are you planning? Cao Cao. Confidently we've captured Yusaka, the leader of the Yakai faction. With her connections to the Lee lines of Kyoto, we're going to summon Great Red. Hiba. Concerned Great Red. The dragon deity. Moddered. Raising an eyebrow, what's the purpose of summoning Great Red, Cow Cow? How cow? Smirking, Great Red's power is beyond imagination. With it, we can reshape the balance of power in the supernatural world. Who now? Growling, you won't get away with this, Ari. With determination, we won't let you use Yusaka for your sinister plans. Zenobia. Firmly, Yusaka is our friend. We won't stand by and let you harm her. Asia. Softly, this is not the way to achieve peace. How cow? Calmly, your protests won't change our course of action. We have the means to control Great Red. Issei. With resolve, Cow Cow, you're playing with forces beyond your control. We won't let you endanger the world. How cow? Smirking, you can try to stop us, but it won't be easy. We've made the necessary preparations. Hiba. With determination, we'll do whatever it takes to protect Yusaka and prevent your plans from succeeding. Moddered. Grinning, you've underestimated us, Cow Cow, and that would be your downfall. Who now? Yipping fiercely, we'll stand together against you. Roswis. Confidently, the power of our unity is stronger than anything you can muster. Zenobia. Unyielding, we're not backing down. We'll fight for what's right. Asia. Softly, Cow Cow, what you're doing is madness. The room is filled with tension as Cow Cow's plan to summon Great Red hangs in the balance. Issei and his friends are determined to thwart Cow Cow's sinister intentions and protect Yusaka from harm. In the midst of a sinister ritual orchestrated by Georg of the hero faction, Yusaka, held captive, is subjected to a magical connection that forces her to shift into her majestic fox form. A dark and foreboding dialogue unfolds between them. Georg. Voice laced with malevolence, Yusaka, you and the Lee lines of Kyoto are now under our control. Your transformation is the key to our dark agenda. The intricate and sinister magic circles surrounding Georg and Yusaka begin to emanate an eerie, corrupted energy. The room darkens as their connection deepens, and a malevolent surge of magical power envelopes them. How cow? With a wicked grin, the Lee lines are ours now, and Yusaka is but a pawn in our grand scheme. Issei. Watching in horror, this is a perversion of magic, an abomination. Hiba. With a look of disgust, Cow Cow, how could you do such a thing? Moddered. Narrowing her eyes, this is a dark magic that has no place in our world. Ari. With a sense of anger, the power you wield is corrupted and destructive. Zenobia. With a stern look, your actions have darkened our world. As the connection between Georg and Yusaka deepens, the malevolent energy reaches its peak, creating a chilling burst of dark magic that shrouds the room. The surroundings become a haunting display of corrupted power, and Yusaka stands captive in her majestic fox form. Georg. With a twisted smile, the world is about to change, Yusaka, and there's no going back. Roswis. With a defiant glare, no matter what you do, we'll stop you. Issei. With fiery determination, we won't let your evil agenda succeed, Cow Cow. Hiba. Firmly, the Lee lines may be in your grasp, but their true power is untamed. Moddered. Grinning, we'll find a way to undo this darkness you've unleashed, and where is that Urza, by the way? Who now? In defiance, our unity will overcome this corruption. Ari. With resolve, we'll stop your sinister plan, no matter the cost. Irina. Softly, we'll fight for what's right, no matter how dark the world becomes. How cow? Smirking, Urza, you still wish to battle against Moddered, right? Urza emerged from the shadows. Urza. Neutral, yes. Pericles. With a grin, he'll take on the Valkyrie. Jean. Smiling brightly, Irina, it seems we haven't finished our previous battle. Siegfried. Activating his balance breaker and his sword's Knights of Gremory, let's finish what we started. Ari. With a frown, and I'll stop my mother. Hakao. Smiling, and Issei, let's finish this, show me your true power. Issei summoned his sacred gear as he kept on moving forward, a flaming aura surrounded him as he summoned his balance breaker. Issei. Darkly, if it means killing you, I'll make sure to stop you, Cow Cow. Hakao. With a wider grin, show me the true power of yours, Red Dragon Emperor. Boost 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 boost. In a climactic showdown, Issei, wielding Ascalon in his balance breaker form, clashes with Cow Cow, who wields the formidable True Longina spear. The battleground is charged with tension as they engage in an intense and lengthy battle. Issei. With unwavering determination, Cow Cow, your sinister plans end here. How cow? With a smirk, Issei, you're a formidable opponent, but the True Longinus is a force to be reckoned with. Issei charges forward, Ascalon blazing with radiant power, and Cow Cow readies the True Longinus, an aura of immense power surrounding him. Issei. Roaring, Ascalon, unleash your power. How cow? Calmly, True Longinus, show your might. Their weapons clash, and the impact sends shockwaves throughout the battlefield. Issei's balance breaker form and Ascalon's holy energy collide with the True Longinus's divine power, creating an intense struggle. Issei. Gritting his teeth, I won't let your spear overcome me. Cao Cao. Smirking, you underestimate the true Longinus. Issei and Cao Cao continue their battle, each strike and parry sending sparks flying. The battleground becomes a spectacle of clashing weapons and unrestrained power. Issei. With determination, Ascalon, protect those we care about. Cao Cao. Focus, the true Longinus will reshape the world. The battle rages on, with both warriors pushing their limits. Issei's balance breaker form continues to radiate power, while Cao Cao's mastery of the true Longinus remains unwavering. Issei. With a fiery resolve, this is for the sake of peace and justice. Cao Cao. Calmly, your ideals won't deter me. The battle continues, with neither side giving an inch. Issei and Cao Cao's clash of weapons and ideals embodies the epic struggle for the fate of the supernatural world. In the midst of their epic battle, Issei, wielding Ascalon in his balance breaker form, prepares to unleash a devastating skill known as Divine Dragon's Judgment. He combines his own fiery dragon flames with the holy power of Ascalon to execute a powerful and awe-inspiring slash against Cao Cao, who stands ready with the true Longinus. The battlefield is bathed in fiery brilliance as this incredible attack is unleashed. Issei. With fervent determination, Divine Dragon's Judgment. Cao Cao, holding the true Longinus with unwavering confidence, braces himself for the impending assault as Issei's form becomes engulfed in a torrent of blazing dragon flames, transforming him into a celestial force of destruction. Cao Cao. Focused and compassed, I won't be swayed by your flames, Issei. The air crackles with energy as Issei charges forward, his blade poised to strike. The very ground beneath them trembles as the devastating power of Divine Dragon's Judgment takes shape. Issei. Roaring, witness the power of the Red Dragon Emperor. Cao Cao's eyes narrow as he prepares to counter the impending attack. The moment arrives, and Issei releases the full might of Divine Dragon's Judgment. A massive wave of roaring flames mixed with Ascalon's holy power surges forward, creating an immense radiant slash of unparalleled magnitude. The heavens themselves seem to tremble as this cataclysmic force moves toward Cao Cao. Cao Cao. Calmly, true Longinus, protect me. The true Longinus is infused with divine energy, and Cao Cao raises it in defense, creating a barrier of holy light. The impact is titanic as the colossal slash collides with the true Longinus's barrier. The world seems to hold its breath for a moment as the two opposing forces wage an elemental battle. Issei. Straining, I won't be stopped. Cao Cao. Gritting his teeth, the true Longinus is unyielding. The clash continues, with the battlefield consumed by the sheer magnitude of the power unleashed by Issei's Divine Dragon's Judgment. The fiery brilliance illuminates the surroundings, and the two warriors pour their hearts and souls into this monumental struggle. Issei. With unwavering resolve, this is for everyone I care about. Cao Cao. Resolute, my vision for the world won't be extinguished. The intensity of their battle reaches its zenith, and the fate of the supernatural world teeters on a knife's edge as Issei's Divine Dragon's Judgment and Cao Cao's true Longinus clash in a spectacle of unrelenting power. In the battle of fierce determination and unwavering strength, Urza Scarlet and Mordred, both formidable warriors in their own right, clash in a breathtaking and epic duel. The battleground trembles as their every strike and move test the limits of their abilities. Urza. With resolute determination, I won't hold back, Mordred. Mordred. Grinning, nor will I, Urza. Show me your strength. Urza summons her mighty heaven's wheel armor, her sword at the ready, while Mordred wields her iconic sword Clarent. The air becomes charged with anticipation as their clash begins. Urza. Roaring, take this grand chariot. Urza launches an array of magical slashes that fill the sky. Mordred, with a confident grin, counters with a powerful swing of Clarent, dispersing the magical onslaught. Mordred. Laughing, is that all you've got, Urza? Urza. With a smirk, just getting started. Urza charges forward, her sword clashing with Mordred's. Their blades create sparks as they engage in a dazzling sword fight, each warrior pushing themselves to the limit. Mordred. With a determined glint in her eyes, you're strong, Urza, but I won't be outdone. Urza. Grinning, I've faced tougher opponents than you. Urza's requip magic comes into play as she changes armors, each new armor revealing a different set of abilities and weapons. Mordred adapts to the challenge, her swordplay becoming even more formidable. Mordred. With a grin, let's see if you can keep up. Urza. Roaring, clear heart clothing. Urza's clear heart clothing transforms her into a magnificent and powerful warrior. She unleashes a barrage of magical attacks, testing Mordred's limits. Mordred. Laughing, you think this will stop me? With her sword Clarent, Mordred counters Urza's magical assaults, creating a storm of clashes and magical bursts. The battleground becomes a spectacle of power and grace. Urza. With unwavering resolve, I'll give it my all. Mordred. Grinning, that's what I wanted to hear. The battle reaches a fever pitch as Urza and Mordred give their all. Each move is calculated and precise, a display of their incredible strength and fighting prowess. Urza. Roaring, Nakagami Starlight. Urza's Nakagami Starlight ability creates an ethereal and blinding display of magical slashes. Mordred, with a fierce determination, pushes through the magical onslaught. Mordred. With a triumphant grin impressive, Urza, but you won't defeat me. Urza and Mordred continue their battle, their every move a testament to their unwavering determination and incredible combat skills. The battleground is filled with the clash of weapons and magical bursts as they give their all in this epic duel. In a daring and unexpected move, Mordred unleashes her trump card, a powerful technique that allows her to shatter her armor in a blaze of glory. The battlefield is filled with a breathtaking display of light and power as she takes this decisive step. Mordred. With a determined grin, it's time to reveal my ultimate technique. With a mighty roar, Mordred's clarent, her sword, begins to emit an intense and blinding light. The energy around her surges as her armor starts to crack and disintegrate, revealing her in her unarmored form, her sword glowing with an otherworldly aura. Urza. With a look of awe, what is this power? Clarent radiates an incredible amount of energy, her eyes filled with determination as she wields Clarent with newfound strength. Mordred. With a triumphant smile, this is my true sword in this modern era, only the Red Dragon Emperor pushed me this far, I didn't know someone like you, Urza. Prepare yourself. Urza, in her black wing armor, readies herself for the impending clash. The air is filled with anticipation as they prepare for the next phase of their battle. Urza. With a determined gaze, I won't back down, Mordred. Mordred charges forward, her sword glowing with radiant energy, and Urza meets her with a determined strike. Their clash sends shockwaves throughout the battleground as they engage in the final phase of their epic duel. Urza was sent flying with her armor destroyed. She'll end a climactic showdown. Jean, wielding her balance breaker, creates a majestic holy dragon made out of a sword, and Irina, in her new form as a divine angel, faces off against her. The battleground is filled with divine energy as they engage in an intense and detailed battle. Jean. With unwavering determination, Irina, you've become a formidable opponent. Let us test our strength. Irina, in her divine angel form, radiating with holy power, I won't hold back. Jean. Prepare for the clash of the divine. With a mighty roar, Jean's balance breaker transforms into a magnificent holy dragon, its radiant scales glistening with divine light. Irina, her wings spread wide, brandishes her holy sword and stands ready for the impending battle. Jean. Roaring, behold the power of the holy dragon. Irina. With a determined gaze, the divine energy flows through me. The air crackles with energy as the holy dragon charges forward, its sword-like form poised to strike. Irina, her divine aura shining brightly, meets the attack with a swift and precise parry. In a fierce and detailed battle, Irina, in her new divine angel form, confronts Jean, wielding her majestic holy dragon made out of a sword. The battlefield becomes a stage for an intense and epic duel as they clash with divine power and unwavering determination. Jean. With fierce determination, Irina, you've become a formidable opponent. Let's see if you can withstand the might of my holy dragon. Irina. In her divine angel form, radiating with holy energy. Jean, I won't hold back. The divine power flows through me, and I'm ready to prove my strength. Jean's holy dragon, its scales glistening with radiant light, charges forward with a mighty roar, its sword-like form poised to strike. Irina, her wings outspread, her holy sword gleaming, stands unwaveringly to meet the challenge. Jean. Roaring, witness the power of the holy dragon. Irina. With a determined gaze, the divine strength empowers me, and I won't falter. As the holy dragon and divine angel clash, the air becomes charged with divine energy. Their movements are calculated and precise, creating a breathtaking and intense spectacle on the battlefield. Jean, grinning, my holy dragon will test your mettle. Irina. Irina. Smiling, let's see if you can handle the power of the divine. The battle unfolds in a dazzling display of divine power. Jean's holy dragon releases a torrent of magical and sword-like attacks, while Irina counters with her own holy sword techniques. Their weapons clash with a force that sends shockwaves across the battleground. Jean. Roaring, holy dragon's divine cleave. The holy dragon channels its divine power into a radiant and blinding attack. Irina, with a fierce determination, raises her holy sword to block the assault. Irina. With unwavering resolve, divine sword's radiant counter. Irina's sword emanates with holy energy as she counters the attack, creating a dazzling display of divine power that not only stops the holy dragon, but pushes it back. Jean. With a triumphant grin, impressive, Irina, but the holy dragon is relentless. Irina, smiling, my divine form won't yield to your power. Jean. I'll prove that the divine is unstoppable. The battle continues to intensify, with the holy dragon and divine angel clashing in a breathtaking and detailed duel. The heavens themselves seem to tremble as they push their limits and their divine strength to the fullest. Jean. Roaring, I won't be defeated. Irina. With unyielding determination, the divine's power empowers me, and I will prevail. As their battle unfolds, the battlefield is filled with a display of divine strength and unwavering determination, a testament to their extraordinary abilities and their unwavering resolve. In the end, it is Irina who prevails, using her newfound divine power to overcome Jean in this epic confrontation. In a dramatic and emotional battle, Ari, transformed into her powerful fox form, confronts her mind-controlled mother, Yusaka. The battlefield is fraught with tension and magic as mother and daughter clash, both determined to break free from the control that binds them. Ari. In her fox transformation, her 9 tails radiating magic mother, I won't let them control you any longer. I'll free you from their influence. Isaka. Under the control of external forces, her eyes filled with struggle. Ari, you mustn't interfere. This is my fate. The air becomes charged with magical energy as Ari, her eyes filled with determination, prepares to face the mind-controlled Yusaka. Yusaka, her movements stiff and controlled, stands ready to face her daughter. Ari. Roaring, the power of our bond will prevail, mother. Isaka. With a hint of resistance. Ari, be careful. The forces that control me are strong. With a swift and powerful motion, Ari lunges at Yusaka, her 9 tails swirling around her. Yusaka, with limited control over her actions, defends herself with a counterattack. Ari. With a fierce resolve, I won't hurt you, mother. I'll break their hold on you. Isaka. With a hint of her true self. Ari, my love for you will guide me. Ari's magic clashes with the external forces controlling Yusaka, creating a dazzling and intense struggle. The battleground becomes a storm of swirling energy. Ari. Roaring foxfire enchantment. Ari's magic ignites in a blaze of foxfire, surrounding Yusaka. The mind-controlled mother struggles against the enchantment, but Ari's power remains firm. Isaka. With a hint of defiance. Ari, remember who I am. But the supreme effort, Ari's love for her mother surges, overpowering the external control. Yusaka's eyes regain their warmth as the mind control weakens. Ari. With teary eyes. Mother, I knew you were still in there. Together, mother and daughter join their magic, pushing back the external forces controlling Yusaka. The battlefield becomes a dazzling display of foxfire and magic, the 2 foxes working in harmony to break free. Isaka. With love in her eyes. Ari, my dear, you've saved me. As the last remnants of control fade, Yusaka is freed from her mind control. She and Ari share a tearful and joyful reunion, their bond stronger than ever. Ari. With a smile. Welcome back, mother. Isaka, with gratitude. Thank you, Ari. My daughter's love is a powerful force. The battlefield, once fraught with tension, becomes a place of love and reunion as mother and daughter embrace, united once more. In the mysterious mind space, Issei finds himself confronted by a dark and malevolent version of himself with black hair and red eyes. The atmosphere is heavy with an ominous tension as this doppelganger begins to speak. Issei. With a sinister grin. Well, look what we have here. The weakling Issei, always clinging to his friends, never showing his true potential. Issei. With a defiant tone. Who are you? What do you want? Issei. Mockingly. I'm you, Issei, the part of you that you've been too afraid to acknowledge. The part that knows you're not as strong as you pretend to be. Issei. Struggling to maintain composure. You're not me. I won't let you take control. Issei. With a wicked laugh. You can't stop me, Issei. I'm the embodiment of your insecurities, your doubts, your fears. And I'm here to show everyone who the real Issei is. Issei. Gritting his teeth. I've come a long way, and I won't be defined by my weaknesses. Issei. Scoffing. Oh, but you are, and you always will be. You're too afraid to embrace your true power, too afraid to admit that you're not the hero you pretend to be. Issei. Determined. I've faced countless challenges, and I'll face this one too. I won't let you control me. Issei. With a sinister smile. We'll see about that, Issei. I'll be waiting for the moment when you're at your weakest. And then, I'll break you and reveal your true self to the world. Issei. With unwavering resolve. No matter what you say, I won't give in to you. I'll prove that I'm more than my doubts and insecurities. As the dark version of Issei taunts him, Issei fights to maintain his mental fortitude, determined to overcome this inner struggle and emerge stronger than ever. Issei. With a grin. Let me tell you a little secret. I'm real physically, spiritually and mentally. I am real, and I'm coming for you, Issei. He circled around Issei. The revelation that the dark Issei is not just a part of his subconscious, but a real entity shocks Issei to his core. The tension in the mind space grows as they engage in a long and unsettling dialogue. Issei. With a mixture of surprise and concern. You're not just a part of my mind. You're real. Issei. With a sinister smile. Oh, very real, Issei. And we're going to meet soon, in the real world. Issei. With growing unease. What are you planning? Issei. Tauntingly. I'm going to expose you for who you truly are. I'm going to shatter that heroic facade you put up for everyone and show them the real Issei. The real you. Issei. Determined. I won't let you harm my friends or my loved ones. Issei. Mockingly. Oh, I won't physically harm them, or will I? Issei. I'll break you mentally, emotionally, and let your true self emerge. They'll see the true Issei, the one you've been trying so hard to hide. Issei. With growing resolve. I've faced powerful enemies before, and I've come out stronger every time. Issei. With a sinister glint in his eyes. You underestimate me, Issei. I know you better than anyone else. I am a part of you, after all. Issei. Gritting his teeth. I won't be manipulated by you. I'll confront you head on when the time comes. Issei. With a wicked laugh, I'll be waiting, Issei. I'll be right there to expose your weaknesses and break you. You can't escape your true self. As the dark Issei continues to taunt and challenge him, Issei wrestles with the unsettling revelation that he'll have to face this malevolent version of himself in the real world, a confrontation that promises to be an intense and personal battle. In the real world, Issei was surrounded by a fierce glow. Issei. Determined, I am not going to lose to you, I don't care what you think even if you're a part of me. His wounds were slowly healing. Greg. So you're finally going to use that form, right? Issei, I'm not holding back this time. Issei. By the strength of my unwavering resolve, I call upon the true dragon within my heart and the power of the boosted gear. With the flames of determination and the courage to protect, I become the embodiment of justice and love. In the name of my friends, my loved ones, and a world filled with peace, I rise to face any challenge. I am Issei, the Crimson Dragon Emperor, and I stand for the bonds that unite us, the courage to protect, and the power of never giving up. With this radiant glow, I will overcome all obstacles and forge a brighter future for us all. He was surrounded by a fierce blazing aura. His power surpassed the realm of Satan class, already on par with mid-level to high-tier gods. As Issei's new form radiated an awe-inspiring and powerful glow within the Nihou castle, everyone present couldn't help but express their shock and amazement. Tiba. Wide-eyed, I've never seen anything like this. Issei's power is on a whole new level. Ari. In awe, he's become a force of nature. His determination and ideals have manifested into this incredible form. Zenobia. Whispering in amazement, it's as if he's transcended his own limitations. Roswis. With a sense of pride, Issei has always been one to defy the odds. She stood next to a defeated Heracles with her battle outfit torn. Gunao. Stuttering, is this real? Issei's PP power is unbelievable. Irina. With tears of joy, I believe in him and his ideals are shining through. Roswis. With respect, Issei's strength and conviction are nothing short of extraordinary. Isaka. With a smile, my daughter has chosen her friends well. Issei is a true hero. The Nihou castle was filled with an atmosphere of astonishment and admiration as Issei's ideals and power were made manifest in his remarkable new form. It was a testament to his unwavering determination and the strength of his convictions. Greg. With pride, witness the true power, the true strength of the Red Dragon Emperor. This form born from his ideals. Crimson Dragonheart promotion. Pakao. Unbelievable. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.